Ego,
Yeah,
lust,
I've got
greed,
got-
anger,
got that.
attachment.
I've got that. Yeah,
And
100%.
but everybody has that, right?
For me, like it's about trying to do the right thing. I don't always do the right thing.
Yeah.
Trying to do the right thing as much as I possibly can.
The effort always matters.
Yeah. So if you see something that's wrong, you should do something
Do something about it. Exactly.
The other thing I'd say, and I've said it to you guys, is that every Sikh I've met, and I'm sure there are bad Sikhs, but I haven't met one yet. I've got two teenage sons, and I say to them, "Look, anything bad's ever happening to you, look for a Sikh with a turban and run to him."
There you go. Exactly. There you go.
Now, what is the purpose? That's
The purpose in life is all. How's it going?
Yeah, really good. I'm Dan, by the way.
Hukam, that's me.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing today? Just
Nothing. We're just here, just spreading who we are, where we come from. Really. Have you heard of the Sikhs before?
yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do you mind just go through this leaflet with you?
Yeah,
Yeah, so we pretty much believe in one God, pretty much, just like everybody else,
That's
pretty much.
good.
I know, yeah, exactly. But the only difference is that some people believe that God and Creator are different. I mean, Creator and the creation are different.
yeah. Whereas you believe it's all
We
intertwined.
believe it's all intertwined, yeah. So not only did He create everything,
Yeah.
but He kind of spilled Himself into the creation as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like we have a soul, right?
Yes, I believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that soul inside of us is everybody's soul is the same.
Okay.
So your soul, my soul, his soul, it all comes from that same one.
Same. Yeah. It's in value and worth and dignity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that soul doesn't have a religion, doesn't have a gender, it doesn't have a nationality.
Yeah.
And it's like, imagine like a drop of water from the ocean just coming out and falling into a glass.
Yeah.
And this body is the glass pretty much.
Okay.
Right? And this whole mission or purpose in life,
Now, what is the
say,
purpose? That's
the purpose in life is all to not believe in God,
okay.
but to experience God instead.
Okay, that's interesting.
And anybody can do this.
Okay.
So we're not here to actually convert anybody or anything.
No.
Because this message of the Sikhs, you could say,
Yeah.
is inclusive
Yeah.
instead of being exclusive.
It's not like, oh, if you're this religion or that.
You're going to hell.
hell
All
or
that.
this.
No, we don't believe.
No.
Yeah, that's just absolute rubbish, to be honest. Yeah. This is all about if you meditate, earn honest living, and serve humanity.
Okay.
All these three things together
Yeah.
would help you experience the divine bliss on the top of your head.
Okay.
Yeah. So, would you say you have a name for God?
It's interesting because culturally,
Yeah.
I think we just say God.
Yeah.
So we don't have a name. We don't have a proper first name. No.
Yeah.
That's
So we actually use the mantra WhyGuru. Yeah, you know that one, yeah? So you came up to us and said, Sasri Kal.
yeah. Such a.
That's actually one of our war cries,
Okay.
right? So the actual greeting would be WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh,
Okay.
which means that this Khalsa, the Khalsa is basically God's army on earth. We are the Khalsa.
Okay.
And all victory the Khalsa belongs to WhyGuru, to God. And then WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh, all victory belongs to God as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And we pretty much chant this every morning or as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then the more we chant it,
Yeah.
the more we're able to experience that light inside of us.
Is it like remembering? Like to keep remembering?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Simran,
Yeah.
which this meditation is called, Simran actually just means being in the remembrance of God.
Okay.
And just like everybody else, they've got so many different names as well.
Sure.
Whatever one resonates with you,
Yeah.
you just chant
That one.
heck out of it,
Yeah.
pretty much, right? And then you'll start realizing, hang on, I'm not this body.
Yeah.
I'm actually that light inside of me.
Okay.
And then when you start seeing the light inside of you, then you start seeing inside of every single person. And then it's like, how can you ever be mean to that person?
Yeah. Like for me, I'm a former Christian. This is really weird. I used to be a Christian. I was a pastor.
Yeah.
And I was fed up with the dogmatic beliefs of us and them.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I was like, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I kind of stepped away. And then I read the Quran, and then I read like loads of different books and religion. And then I have some Sikh friends, and I sort of explained a little bit.
Yeah.
And I thought it was quite good because I think it's pluralistic.
Yeah.
I think it's not enforcing some dogmatic position.
No.
Let's do it now. And the other thing I'd say, and I've said it to you guys, is that every Sikh I've met, and I'm sure there are bad Sikhs, but I haven't met one yet. I haven't met one.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that. So there must be something in what you're doing that's.
You know, it's pretty much that whole concept of serving humanity, right?
Yeah.
Because if we're sitting here and we've got the perspective of, God is the creator and creation,
Yeah.
right? And if you've got this light of God inside of
Sure.
you, then whenever I'm serving,
Yeah.
I'm not serving you, this body.
No.
I'm serving the
God.
creator.
Yeah.
That's the mentality.
No, I believe that. I think that for me, like it's about trying to do the right thing. I don't always do the right thing.
Yeah.
Trying to do the right thing as much as I possibly can.
The effort always matters.
Yeah. So if you see something that's wrong, you should do something
Do something about it. Exactly. And pretty much that's why the Golden Temple, you might have heard of it, right?
So want to go there.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful place, right? And there's an amazing thing about that place is it's got 4 entrances,
Yeah.
which pretty much means that anyone from all 4 corners of the world
Yeah.
are welcome.
Yeah.
And they can do this meditation
Yeah.
and serve food, clean the floors, because all this service that you do
Yeah.
is purifying yourself inside.
Sure.
And then you're probably wondering, well, if I'm meditating or anything like that, why can't I experience anything, right? It's because the thing that's stopping us from experiencing is the 5 thieves.
Okay, tell me about that.
Ego,
Yeah.
lust,
I've got
greed, anger,
got that.
attachment.
I've got that. Yeah.
And
100%.
but everybody has that, right?
Yeah.
And the Guru's telling us is that, you know what, you can't get rid of them,
Okay.
but you can control them.
Okay.
But he also reminds us is that, and this is something we need to always remember, is that even though we have those 5 thieves inside of us, we also have 5 virtues inside of us: compassion,
Yeah.
contentment,
Yeah.
humility,
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
truth,
Yeah.
righteousness,
Yeah.
forgiveness, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we do this meditation, serving, and stuff like that, you outweigh the 5 thieves with the 5 virtues.
It sounds decent. It's always sounded decent. I say, well, I watched a film.
Yeah.
Kasari?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kersari, I think. Yeah. No, mine not.
But like, even that, I was like impressed. Like, it's like so. There's a history. There's a warrior mentality.
It's all about being a saint soldier.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to first being that, spiritual, meditating and stuff like that. And then you're worthy to then hold the kirpan. So like you'll see that every Sikh wears a kirpan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing a 3'1", right?
Yeah.
So, but we would only be worthy to carry these things
Okay.
once we've battled the saintly side first.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So that's like you've sort of progressed through
Pretty much, yeah.
And
But once we're ready to, give our life to the faith,
yeah.
we go through like this ceremony called Amrit Sanchar.
Yeah.
And then in that ceremony, we're given 5 Ks that never leave our body.
Okay.
So we never cut our hair, which is the kiss, the kara,
Yeah.
right? Reminding us not to do bad things when we steal or anything like that.
Yeah.
Also to just pretty much say that God has no beginning or end,
Okay.
and stuff like that. We've got the kirpan to protect ourselves, but mostly to protect other people as well.
Yeah.
So if you were getting jumped by like 10 people,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hesitate to use.
I've got 2 teenage sons, and I say to them, look, anything bad's ever happening to you, look for a Sikh with a turban and run to him.
There you go. Exactly. There you go. And that's why we have this distinct look.
Yeah.
It's because if you look around here, everybody just looks the same.
Sure. Yeah.
But you'd spot one of us from a mile away.
Yeah.
Right? You'll see this bright orange the star, and you'll be like, you know what? There's a Sikh. Let me go to him. He would either feed me or protect me.
Yeah.
Innit?
Because I've got a friend of mine, he's an Afghani Sikh.
Yeah.
So he's moved here now, and he's been telling me loads and loads and loads of stuff. He's like, you're hungry, you go Gurdwara. That's the end of story. You don't know anywhere else, you go there.
Yeah.
So like, I've had like a lot of Sikhs around me recently.
Yeah.
And it's been quite nice.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend for me to do as a human being? So I do some good stuff, I do some bad stuff. So that's fact.
Yeah.
But what could I do spiritually to
Meditate. So ideally, every Sikh is supposed to wake up before sunrise.
Sure.
So wake up before sunrise and sit there and pretty much just chant God's name.
Yeah.
But when you were a kid, did you ever get lost in Tesco and you're like looking for your parents? Yeah. Right. So, and you're like, Mom, where are you? In the same way, we're chanting God like, where are you? Where are you? Like, you've got that sense of urgency and yearning to call out, right?
Yeah.
So you can use the word WhyGuru if you like,
Yeah.
right? WhyGuru.
Yeah.
Or you can pretty much say, I'd be like,
However.
have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
So you know like the Force?
Yeah.
That's what we believe in.
Up there.
That is how God is. That with that, the Jedi is trying to tap into that energy around us, and eventually, then you'll start experiencing that light inside.
I think I left Christianity 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I believe in the soul and God.
Yeah.
One, and I understand that Sikhism's not Abrahamic. I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't think things need to be one way or another. I think it's when we exclude people based on like one set of dogmatic beliefs.
Yeah.
I think we're doing everybody a disservice.
Because if he doesn't have a religion, then he doesn't really care too much, and he's not going to send you to hell for eternity.
What if God is so diverse that he just places all this stuff in people's paths to just get them thinking. I think this is like a great
If God wanted it to be just one religion, then he would have made one religion.
one religion. Yeah.
There wouldn't be so many around the world, right? Everyone has his different perspective. It's like having some people we would say that, you know what, everybody has elements of that truth.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, we're Sikhs, we're going to be a bit biased. We're going to say we have the complete truth.
Yes.
But that's because we say that because our scripture isn't like a history book.
Sure.
It's all divided up into music.
Yes.
So it's not like,
Sort of know that.
yeah, so it's not all about going to certain chapters and learning about certain things. It's literally a living guru that's speaking to us
That's right.
on how to be enlightened.
Because there's multiple, my understanding is there's multiple gurus, and the final guru is the script.
Is the scripture, yeah. So it started with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who we see as like the manifestation of God. And then they passed that light on to the second, then he gave to the third, fourth, fifth, until then the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he then said, you know what, no more living gurus now. The scripture is going to be the eternal, yeah. And then we actually speak with our guru every day as well.
Okay.
So let's say if you have a question about life, what if you want to start a new job or whatever it may be about life, we can actually go to the scripture, open on a random page. We don't say pages either, we say ungs, which means limbs.
Okay.
Because we actually see him as a living guru.
Okay.
Like a living entity, right? So we'll go to like a random ung,
Yeah.
and that would be our answer.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised. I didn't believe it at first.
Okay.
And I done one at the beginning of the year.
Is there a translation into English?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could go to a website called Sikhi to the Max.
Okay.
And that one has, I mean, the English translations aren't the best.
No.
But you'll still get a good gist of it.
Everything's lost in translation.
Yeah. You'll still get a good gist of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I didn't believe in that whole thing before.
Okay.
And then I said to the guru, I said, Maharaj, what shall I do for this whole year now? New year, new me sort of thing, right? And I didn't even know this Shabbat or this prayer existed, but it went through every single season of the year, every single month of the year, and said in this month do this, in this month, because we have a different, we have a Desi calendar, so it's not the Gregorian calendar, it's the Bikrami calendar.
Okay.
And pretty much he was going through each month and said this is what you got to do, and I was like, just mind blown up. And then I didn't doubt it.
You did like,
and even people like Sikh camps, they don't believe it either.
Okay.
And they said, oh, if your guru knows it, well, all right, then what's for langar today?
Okay.
Yeah. And it actually opened up to an ang, and it said dal sida mango kiyo, which means that, you know, it was just naming different foods.
Okay.
And that dal, that lentils was actually in the langar that day. Yeah.
I'm going to try meditation.
Try it.
I'm going to get the English translation, and I'm going to pick something on the morning, and I'm going to say that's for my day.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try.
No, literally, that is what we do every morning. If I just get my phone out for you, if you go to, sorry, I got the privacy setting. So this one here is called Sikhi to the Max, right? And Sikhi to the Max, it says there random Shabbat. Random Shabbat. So we just click random Shabbat, and literally the translation just comes up in English. Sikhi to the Max. There it is. Yeah.
All right, I'll try it.
And then there, right there, you'll see it says random Shabbat, and then literally this is the Guru speaking to you right now.
Perfect.
There he is.
I'm going to keep that one.
Yeah.
'Cause that's probably the one I need.
Yeah, no worries.
And I'll do that. Thank you so much.
No worries, man.
I really appreciate it. Really nice to chat with you. And it's really nice for you to be out.
Yes. We have a YouTube channel as well. It's on the back of the leaflet, Basics of Sikhi.
Yeah, I think I saw your channel come up as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got this new Sikh friend, and then it's like I've googled a few things.
Yeah.
It's now like feeding me with the algorithm.
Yeah.
Stuff.
But you know, is the Basics of Sikhi have pretty much people that have like studied the scriptures, and on there you'll just get the basics.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll get pretty much all of Sikh history. You'll get what the meanings mean of like the prayers and stuff like that, of the Shabbats and of the hymns, you want to call it. And pretty much it's a channel to just show people like how to really recognize who you truly are.
And everything's in English as well. So when I was starting out, I didn't understand anything.
Yeah.
Like most of us here today, him, me, him as well, and then like my missus who's here as well. We all weren't into Sikhi before.
No.
So we were born into Sikh families, but we always used to drink, smoke, cut our hair.
Yeah.
And when we started watching these videos, we're like, whoa, this is wicked.
Yeah.
There's been all our life.
It's a better alternative, right?
Yeah.
To like the craziness of just mucking around.
Exactly. Pretty much, yeah. And you'll notice that compared to Abrahamic religions, there's no duality.
Okay.
Where God is over there and we're down here.
Sure.
You know, like some people go like this to God. You know, when that someone's celebrating a foot.
Yeah, so like I think in Islam, definitely you have that separation of bodhisattva.
Yeah.
And in Christianity, you kind of have it, and then you have this incarnation.
Yeah.
And then it's like not so much.
Yeah.
But generally, the Abrahamic faiths are like there's a barrier.
Yeah.
And I find that there's a barrier between people and there's a barrier between you and God.
Yeah.
So like to talk to God, maybe you have to speak with the priest. Like maybe like he's a go-between, and there's less of that. No,
God's only language is love.
good.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you say it with love, or say what, and it doesn't matter what language you say it in, they're hearing your prayer every single time, right?
Okay. I'm going to try this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, have a nice day. I hope everything goes well.
God bless.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh.